Hey guys, so I'm going to be teaching you today about three ways that you can use the semicolon in writing, so in English writing specifically. All right, so the first way you can use a semicolon is to avoid confusion when listing complicated items. So an example I've given here is so the first way is incorrect. So we travel to three places in the world: Toronto, Canada, America, New York, China, Shanghai. So you can see here it may look like you actually have six places that you traveled instead of three places. But just so you avoid that confusion, you want to use semicolons. So the correct way down here shows that you went to Toronto, Canada, America, Washington, China, Shanghai. So specifically, you went to the cities. So you went to the countries, but specifically, you went to the cities. So Toronto, the city of Canada, America, Washington being another city in America, and China, Shanghai being a city in China. So this way, it's more clear. So what you're doing here, so the pattern here is that you put the city first, comma, and then you put the semicolon after this country, so Canada. Then the next one is America. You put the comma, then the city, then semicolon. Then you continue the same way. So China, comma, and then Shanghai. Since it's the last one, you don't have to put a semicolon. But this is more specific and it avoids that confusion. All right. So the next way to use a semicolon is to connect two independent or main clauses. So two closely related sentences. So the first one here is I arrived at the party, semicolon. I found everyone had already left. Now these are slightly connected because you went to the party and you found that everyone had already left. Since they're very connected, closely related, and they're two independent clauses, you can separate both of them with a semicolon. Now the next one down here is Jasmine is coming over tomorrow, semicolon. She will be happy to find us home. So here they're closely related because Jasmine is coming over tomorrow, assuming she's going to that place. So she will be happy to find us home. So whoever she's going to visit, she's going to that place. So these two sentences, these two main clauses, independent clauses, are closely related. So you can use a semicolon to split both of them. But you have to make sure that you have two main, two independent clauses that are related. Then you want to use the semicolon in between those two clauses. Right? So that's the second way. The third way is so you can use a semicolon with a transition. It could be a conjunctive adverb, okay, and it could be any other type of transition, but mostly conjunctive adverbs. Um, so the first one here, I was happy to get home early. However, I found the door had been locked. So the pattern in using the semicolon in this case with two independent clauses, two main clauses, with that transition, you want to put the semicolon before the transition, then write the transition and the comma, and then the next main clause. So the first main clause, semicolon, the transition, and then the comma, and then the other main clause. So the second one here, you stole my cheesecake yesterday, semicolon, therefore, comma, I will take your cheesecake today. So these two main clauses are still closely related, but in this case, we're using conjunctive adverbs. So for the first sentence, it was however. For this second sentence, it's therefore. So the pattern is you put the semicolon before the transition, and then the comma after the transition, and then you separate both of them. So the first is the main clause, and then the other main clause. So those are the three ways that you can use them. So if you like the video, please share, like, subscribe, and comment if you have any questions.